Are able to knock off the Coastal Georgia Mariners 63-51. Jeremy, coming into the contest, this was kind of a game the Fleet were expected to win. Fleet come in 4-1, Mariners come in 1-8. They put up a nice fight in the first half, but really it was all about the Fleet being able to shoot the ball well and force lots and lots of turnovers.
Yeah, CJ, the Fleet forced 23 turnovers against Coastal Georgia. They only had 12, so that kind of counteracts the rebound difference, which we thought the Fleet might come out with rebound battle on top, but still they lost this one 48-40 in terms of rebounds, so out-rebounded, but they came up with a difference here in the turnover battle.
And one of the reasons we might have thought the Fleet were going to come out on top in the rebounding battle is because the Fleet got a lot of key rebounds in the second half. Leading the charge with those rebounds was Deshaun Hall, 9 rebounds for him on the game, team leading. Roderick Perkins also with 7. Another note of interest for the Fleet, we talked a little bit in the pregame show and a little bit in the first half about how balanced the scoring has been this year for the Fleet. 4 players have scored in double digits for Erskine in 4 out of the first 5 games. Today they didn't have 4 people score double digits, but they did have 5. Roderick Perkins with 17, Corey Sorrell with 16, and Deshaun Hall with 15. That balance is really helping the Fleet in coming out on top with these wins.
Yeah, CJ, that shows just the depth of the Fleet team, as you don't just need one player to make all the points for you, and if that person has a cold night, you're out of luck. The Fleet have a few people that they can spread the points over, spread the minutes over, and be able to do well with that and get the W here tonight.
Also in the second half, Kentori Johnson, who had 14 points at half for Coastal Georgia, held to only 2 points in all of the second half. Part of that was due to foul trouble, but the Fleet really made some adjustments in order to contain him.
Yeah, CJ, the Fleet really did a good job in the second half, not making him get really anything going. He had 14 in the first half, 2 in the second half. He did get his 4th foul pretty early in the second half, and he had to take a seat for a little bit. But when he came back in the game, he really didn't have anything going, only 2 points. So the Fleet really did a good job on him after halftime, the second half adjustments.
The Fleet shot poorly on the night, only 36% from the field, but nonetheless, they're going to come out with a victory, 63-51 over Coastal Georgia. Stay tuned. We're going to have an interview coming up with Roderick Perkins in a little bit. Also, tomorrow, Corey Sorrell will be interviewed on Fleet Vision. You can check that out on the Erskine Sports website, along with head men's basketball coach Mark Peeler and head women's basketball coach Russ Gregg. So check that out tomorrow, and stay tuned for the interview coming up with Roderick Perkins.